All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Caught by Nelson. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. First carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
13, 11, 12, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
12.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's McKinnon. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, that's Morris. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
To throw is Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They started on the ground with Morris. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. McKinnon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This is taken at his 4. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Garoppolo on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Here's Morris. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alfred Morris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now McKinnon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
21.
They run with Morris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a considerable gain on that catch by Dante Pettis, and he did the bulk of the work himself. Not surprising. An elite kick returner, he often turns into that when he actually catches the football. We just saw an example of it right there.
Certainly has good bloodlines. His father, Gary, longtime center fielder in the major leagues, now a coach with the Houston Astros.
So maybe that's how he tracks the football downfield. The bloodlines from the dad tracking down fly balls.
To throw is Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Money looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
First down, Bradford. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Bradford. He's going to let this one go deep. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on second down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kindici with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson, and he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bradford on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. Bradford now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go to Johnson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the side.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, anytime you see a big-time kickoff return, especially one that ends up in the end zone for a touchdown, that's probably the most exciting 10 seconds in the great game of football.
I think it was our friend Ed Brady that told us that one day. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
One day.
Again, it's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Bradford now to throw on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught, They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Here we go with Johnson. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A first down throw for Bradford. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Bradford. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Third and long for Bradford. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it with McKinnon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Bradford. This is Johnson. He's good. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. This is Morris. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bradford. Wright's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And that's incomplete. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. On 2nd down, Bradford again. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Bradford now. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Morris. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo. It's out, it's loose. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Now it's Peterson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st down, Bradford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football. And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former first-round pick from Boise State, Shea McClellan, in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Now Bradford. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You